Hello and welcome. This is Little Wave from Your Stars Within. It is March 2023. I want to primarily talk about the new moon and equinox that's happening on March 20th and 21st of 2023. But we need to dip a little bit into some other time frames throughout the month to fully understand it. So the most exciting thing that I have to tell you is that this is a very powerful new moon and very powerful equinox. The reason is that our equinox is on March 20th and our new moon is on the 21st. They're within hours of each other. And our new moon is at 0 degrees Aries. Now, why am I so excited about that? Because that's the true beginning of the spring, the very first degree of Aries. It is the most in alignment that we can possibly be. Now, does that happen every year? No, not at all. It's a pretty rare occurrence. So it's a very big indication of new beginnings. New beginnings in a big way. It's affecting everybody in a really large way. And new beginnings as in like a new time period, a new age, if you will. So we're having this really beautiful new start that's very rare and very important to the collective, to the whole. So what do we need to understand around this? Well, the full moon, the last full moon before the equinox, right? So the last full moon is a full moon in Virgo. And the Virgo energy, especially in a full moon, right? Because full moon brings things to the surface. It pulls up the tides. So this full moon is bringing to the surface, where do we need to change? Habits, patterns, especially daily habits, right? Anything related to health, what needs to be cleansed, healed, purified, what needs to be cleansed in your life, right? That's what Virgo energy does. She deals with all the details that create a clear enough or pure enough environment for spirit, right? Because that's Pisces, Virgo's opposite, for spirit to come through. And a full moon, the sun and moon are in opposite. They're in Virgo and Pisces, right? So this is saying, hey, what are the things in your life that need to be dealt with? And what are the habits? What are the new habits and ways of living? You know, like things that maybe you haven't been able to do. Like, oh, I really want to get up earlier or do yoga daily or whatever. This is the time, this new beginning. So that full moon needed to show up. So whatever you've been feeling in those last 2 weeks, right? Since March 7th to here, March 21st, whatever you've been feeling has been showing you what needs to change. And this new moon, the 21st, is the true new year. This is the true time for New Year's resolutions. We were in all kinds of retrograde when we celebrated the new year. That wasn't the time to start things. If you did, beautiful, good for you. But if you did and you didn't continue, or you didn't, this is the real opportunity. So what needs to change, what new patterns and habits that you need to have is going to really be the time to do it now with this new moon. Now, something to understand about the energy of Virgo and Pisces that was showing us what needs to change is that, you know, your spirit, your soul, your light is light. It's beautiful. You are divinity. You are light in motion. But you are in a body, and body is earth. Body has heaviness. Body needs to be cleansed. Body needs to be purified. Like windows, they need to be cleaned so that the light can shine through. So these are the ways that it's very important to have good, strong habits, right? And there's a lot of, different things out there, but generally speaking, the yogic habits, right, on the yogi path is truly the ways in which the body can be in the healthiest space from which to allow its light to shine through. And we can talk more about that in other videos or other offerings, so I want to stay focused now. But it's important for you to recognize that the daily habits, the things you do daily, are very important to your spirit being able to express itself fully, upon this earth, within this body. Okay, so the new moon is in Aries at 0 degrees. It's truly new start. It's truly spring. It's spring for all of us. We have been through quite a winter, metaphorically speaking, over the last number of years to get here to this spring. And I think there's a truly new beginning for humanity here. What's also important within this this new moon, Jupiter is going to be in conjunction with Chiron, and Venus is in conjunction with the North Node. Now, I want to look at this as a developing story because just before the full moon, right, before this, Venus and Jupiter conjunct. Venus moves along faster, conjuncts with the North Node, and Jupiter, moving a bit slower than Venus, conjuncts with Chiron. Okay? So there's a developing story here. What relationships are good for you? What serves you? What's good for your health, your wellness, your well-being? Who are the people who are your healers? Where do you go for healing? Are you utilizing them enough, and are they the right fit energetically for you? So this is a time period of getting aligned with the correct relationships that truly serve your best interest, your highest path, right? Your North Node, what you're here to do in this life. So if some things fall away, let them fall away, because the things that are in the highest good will maintain. And new people will probably be coming into your life, maybe different people or from different kinds of, groups or types of people. This is good. This is your forward life is showing up. Jupiter's usually blessings, right? But sometimes the way he offers a blessing is expansion, right? He's a big planet. He's known for expansion. Sometimes he expands something so big that we have to deal with it. And so an example there is, to expand a problem, marital problem, whatever, health problem, to expand a problem big enough to understand, to see it clearly, right? So that you deal with it. And that is itself a blessing, so that it doesn't just go on and on and on. So Jupiter's with Chiron. Chiron's our wounded healer. We all have Chiron somewhere in our chart, a place that we are wounded. And with Chiron, I love the Rumi quote, the wound is where the light enters. And so when we think about, these places that we're wounded or we're vulnerable, these are the places that bring us deeper in. These are the places that, take us to that vulnerable place where we can open to spirit more fully. So with Jupiter there, he could be expanding the wound, at least initially. So if you're having challenging feelings or vulnerable feelings, he might be really showing you what the wound is that needs to be dealt with. He could also be bringing in healers or expanding your own healing capacity. But there's something around healing here. Now, I know there's some astrologers that have made the case that Chiron should really be ruled by Virgo, and I agree with that quite a bit. And so, here again, where's the wounds in your habits? Where's the wounds in your health? Where are you not living in such a way that spirit can truly shine through your life, right? There are important practices that keep our energetic system healthy so that we are able to fully be what we are. Just like we need to keep our body, physical system healthy, we need to keep our energetic system healthy. So this is, again, pointing to, this is a new beginning. It's a new time for relationships. Who are you bringing forward and who are you not? What is serving you? And moving forward into this truly beautiful new beginning is a time for new habits. Not, I did it for a couple of days and I always try and then I fall off. No, that's the past. We are in a new beginning, a truly new beginning. The best thing you can do is to intentionally create healthy habits that keep your whole system pure, to keep your whole system healthy and energy moving well. That's going to allow all of the beauty of life to shine through you, which will naturally attract you to all of the paths and things that are in your best interest. You don't need to know what they are. You don't need to try to manifest anything. All of that is, bringing your own desire. Whereas if we just really take care of our energetic system, we'll naturally attract what's in our highest good without needing to be intentional about that. We're just intentional about the way in which we live. And so I hope that that's helpful for you. You know, some of the types of patterns that would be helpful would be, you know, dawn rising, waking before the sun, being spine up, you know, during the sunrise, doing some form of a mantra can be very helpful. You know, doing some kind of yogic exercises, keeping the diet as clean as possible, you know, vegetables, low on heavy oils, no or very little meats, you know, things like that. And just really keeping the system light, cleansed, healthy, and aligned with the sun and the moon natural cycles. I hope that's helpful. I look forward to continuing to serve you and to understand astrology. If you're at the point of being able to read your chart enough to read houses, if you want to take a look at where 0 Aries is in your chart, that can show you where the new moon is. That's the area of life that you will be also kind of more personally receiving the gift of something new in. Yeah, if you're not at the point of being able to pull up your chart and read houses, you might want to take a look at my book, Sacred Astrology, The Psychology of Your Stars Within. It's available on Amazon. And I hope that if you need any further assistance, you'll reach out to me. Thanks again. Bye.